Just gonna continue my career mode for a bit.
Afternoon base. Max Fried, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
Now at the plate, Nico Goodrum. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the belt, kicks and deals. Pitch inside, the throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
You know, I like the aggressiveness there. They haven't cracked the scoreboard to this point, so it's clear they're trying to manufacture something by forcing the action. We'll see if it works out for them.
1-0 count. Here it is. Hit the other way out toward right field. Puig's got a read on it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Digging in now, Jack Larson.
Batting fifth, the right fielder.
Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. There's ball 4. So striding in, Daz Cameron.
Batting seventh, the center fielder, Daz Cameron.
And oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Troy Stokes. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Junior.
Skied into straightaway right.
Go hard, you're scoring, go hard.
Puig is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. At the plate, Rob Farr. He reached on a single in his first try. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit the other way out toward right field. Puig's got a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. And that'll bring in Marcelo Zuna. Lifetime numbers against Matt Boyd. He's 0 for 7. The 1-2. Third.
1-1-1.
Fielded cleanly. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Grand 1. Now to the plate, Rob Farr. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Chopped to third. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. On the move is Puig, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. Number 19 will come on to pinch hit here in a big.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
A 1-run finish today, 5-4.
I think I'll swim to swim.
Afternoon baseball here. Nate Pearson, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night.
Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry. At the plate, Mike Atkins, as the switch hitter, will take his cuts left-handed here.
Yeah, he's not quite from the left side. He's certainly not Chipper Jones, who had pop from both. Much more pop hitting right-handed.
And the throw is too late. He's on with a beautifully placed bunt. Settling in now, Rob Farr. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Springer is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2. One away for the Astros here in the 6th. And ambling over to the batter's box is Carlos Correa. This one's down to third. Scooped up. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag. Striding into the box, Rob Farr, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Hey, get one up there, huh?
Here's the first pitch to him. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Jacoby Jones will come on to pinch hit here in a big.
Anytime alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with.
I hate spring training.
It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Detroit Tigers and the Minnesota Twins. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
You know, I always think pitching and defense are the keys to success in the long run. So as the season gets started, it's going to be really important for this pitching staff to set a good tone. If they can get off on a good foot, it will do a lot for the confidence of the entire ball club.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network. And it's coming up next. Jose Barrios gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
We're looking at one of the top pitchers in the league right now. Solid win total from last year, and he'd like to win a whole bunch of games in this new season. He's a good pitcher, and he normally pitches good at the beginning of the season, and he rides that storm out all the way through the end. It'll be interesting to see what kind of start he gets off to this year.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Pitch out. Nothing doing. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
Are you telling me, bud? I don't think so.
Barreto, the runner at first with two gone.
Big guy, your pitch, huh?
Ground ball left side. And that's through into left field for a base hit. And now he has some trouble with it in left.
Get dirty, get dirty, get dirty.
And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with two men out.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Next for the Tigers, A.J. Reed, and their runners at the corners now.
A.J.
The 0-1 offering on the ground to third, reined in.
Come on.
Throw on to first, and the Tigers wind up with nothing as the inning is over. So one away here with the bases empty, and the next to bat will be the big third baseman Miguel Sano. Ground to the left side. And there are two away now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rob Farr. He singled his last time up. First pitch on its way. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Rosario is there. And that retires the side. Ready now, Rob Farr. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it.
He's able to ride this one high and deep toward right center. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. And this throw gets away from him. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Stepping in, Byron Buxton. 0 for 2 for him to this point. One's down to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Twins are set. Leading off the inning, Rob Farr, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
For this afternoon's ball game, for the victorious Twins, 7 runs on 14 hits, no errors.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Detroit Tigers and the Minnesota Twins. It's Twins baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Jordan Balazovic is on the mound for game 2. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
Absolutely scorched that base hit. Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up.
Now at the plate, A.J. Reed. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
A.J. Reed.
Payoff pitch on its way. This is on the ground over to first. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Stepping up now, Mitch Garver, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Mitch Garver.
Popped him up. Goodrum is there.
Me.
2 gone.
We got it.
Leading off the inning, Rob Farr, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
That was a pretty good fastball, and it almost got by him, but he's able to slap it in the gap in the right center field. Because of the velocity off the bat, the outfielders couldn't cut it off in time, and it allowed him to cruise into second really easy.
Striding in, A.J. Reed.
Now batting, the first baseman, A.J. Reed.
Skied into very shallow right. Kepler's there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. So striding forward now, K.J. Harrison.
Designated hitter, K.J.
A throw behind the runner at second, and he'll get back in safely. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
This is on the ground over to first.
Come on, get out. You can beat it. You can beat it.
Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is ready once again. Rob Farr. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Let her rip right here. Let's go.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Buxton is under this one, and very quickly 1 gone. Digging in, Luis Arias. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Louis.
This one's down to third. He's got it. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first. Stepping into the box, Rob Farr, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Up next for Minnesota, Mitch Garver. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last. He certainly just missed it. With this guy's big, feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Throw on to first in time. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Byron Buxton. And their runners at the corners now. Now the 2-1. Round toward the left. Reined in. On to first, and the Twins are turned away here as the side is retired. Twins strand a 4-0 the score this afternoon. The Minnesota Twins took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end.
I'm not worried. I wouldn't be surprised if they traded later this season.
Afternoon baseball. In now, Rob Farr. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Heading out toward shallow right. Kepler's there for it, and that's the first out of the inning. Into the box now, Rob Farr. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Rosario will wait on it. One gone. Ready for another chance. Rob Farr 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Heading out toward shallow right.
In comes Kepler.
He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Standing in, Rob Farr.
Third baseman, number 1.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. No balls and one strike. Set to deliver the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Takes this the other way to right. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. Good work and a pitcher's count to get on base and keep the inning alive.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that.
And a nice the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
A one-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish.
It's early in the season, guys.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. It's the home opener of this new season between the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Indians. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you into another edition of Major League Baseball coverage on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start.
All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next.
That's right. And I'm not gonna play as a Detroit player. My free agent hurts.
Zach Plesac gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season, and I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that, and hopefully he gets off to a good start. We'll see if that starts in this one today.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hot shot to third. A dive, and he knocks it down. And there is some stick-to-itiveness as they still manage to get the out at first. What a play. Show Track is going to give us a better look at that play. You usually don't see third baseman show off a lot of range, but he certainly did there. And to complete the play, uncorked a good hard throw across to first for the out. Nice play all around from the hot corner. So stepping in, Rob Farr. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Hit in the air to center field. Mercado is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Into the box, Rob Farr. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it.
Field, so they've got themselves a one-out base runner.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Pitch outside. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
90 feet is a big deal when you're talking about a one-run game, so that's a little risky. But hey, sometimes you have to be aggressive and force the other team to stop you.
Now the 1-0. Hit hard on the ground to first. Gloved by Santana, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. So striding in, KJ Harrison, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Scooped up, and the off-balance throw is right there for the third out, and a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is returned. 3-0 the final score in this one today. The Indians took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end.
For this afternoon's ball game, for the victorious Cleveland Indians, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left
Zach Plesac. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Indians. Indians baseball is next. Carlos Carrasco is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Cleveland. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that has 100 career wins, so you might say he joined the Century Club in career wins. He'd like to add to this one today. Doesn't want to think too far ahead, but I'm sure in the back of his mind he'd love to get to 200 wins, but you have to get to win 101 before he can worry about getting to number 200.
Mercado has it, and it's a quick out, number 1. And next it'll be the Tigers cleanup hitter, Rob Farr, comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded to short.
Come on,
On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th. Seventh inning ready to roll. Ready for another shot now. Rob Farr. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Striding in once again, Rob Farr.
The third baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game.
Haven't placed Oakland yet? Damn.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, it's the home opener for this new season between the Oakland A's and the Detroit Tigers. Folks around here in high spirits. Matt Vasgersian with you on a day that's been circled on their calendars since about midwinter. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Matthew Boyd gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Strike thrower, not afraid to go in and challenge hitters. He's kind of what a manager would like to have. You know what you're going to get with Matthew Boyd. He's not afraid to throw the fastball or his breaking stuff over the plate. Sneaky, really good pitcher.
Batting fourth.
So coming to the plate, Rob Farr, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Come on, baby. One time. Here we go.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted in the air out to center field. Laureano is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2. Now at the plate, Seth Brown, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday.
Number 17. Seth
Swing and a liner. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done. Next up for Detroit, Rob Farr. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. A bouncer to the left side. And the throw to Wong, and the inning is over. So here's the cleanup hitter, Rob Farr. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard up the middle. He's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they're... And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes, a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead runs in scoring position now with still nobody out. So digging in now, Rob Farr. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful. Nice AB right there. 2-out single in the 9th. You put yourself in a position to be the tying run. Now you have your boy coming up behind you, the winning run at the plate. Start loosening up the water cooler lids. We could have a walk-off happen.
The first baseman.
Digging in, A.J. Reed. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. And that's going to be your final out here, and the A's will add one more to their winning streak as this ball game is over. Pitching and defense game 2-1, the final score this afternoon.
First for the victorious Athletics. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Oakland A's and the Detroit Tigers. The A's are riding an 8-game win streak. They'll try to run it to 9 next. Spencer Turnbull will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
He can't track it down as this ball falls. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Already their second double of this first inning, guys.
Yeah, he's not fooling anybody so far, Matt. Like you said, that's the second double he's given up here. And if he doesn't get things figured out, it's going to be a real short outing.
Stepping into the box, A.J. Reed. And the Tigers trying to make this first inning even bigger here. 3-2 pitch. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Tigers get 1 here on 2 hits in the inning. Striding in for Oakland, Chad Pinder, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season.
Hey, we're in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple. Really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone. Standing in, Rob Farr. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
Relay to Olsen, and they turn the double play. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Rob Farr. First pitch coming. Here it is. This one's down to third. Chapman has it cleanly, and the throw to Wong, and the inning is over. So striding in, Seth Brown, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Here's a high pop-up. Farr is under it. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position. A's have to settle for just the one. The fives. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Rob Farr.
The third baseman, Farr.
First offering on its way. 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. Popped up. And this is taken in for the second out. Six to 3 the final score today. The Athletics posted 4 runs in the 8th on the way to victory.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Athletics, 3 runs on 7 hits.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup. Stepping up to the plate, Matt Chapman. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Third, fielded cleanly. And that's the first out. And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday. Hit on the ground to third. There's one, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Now at the plate, Rob Farr. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series. Here's the first pitch to him. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. Into the box now, Chad Pinder, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. And there's a line drive, base hit to left field. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Top of the third set to get underway. So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Ramon Laureano. Reached by way of a fielder's first time around. Scooped up. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Now in the box, Rob Farr. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. He settles under it and makes the catch in the deepest confine of the ballpark. Digging in once again, Rob Farr. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit hard to short. Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. Digging in, Rob Farr. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over.
Man, I don't care who you roll out there against these guys. That's 10 wins in a row for them, so they feel like they can beat.
A recently snake-bitten hitter gets a pickup from his coach. Streaks of bad luck are a fact of life in baseball that must be endured.
Keep doing it.
We are under the lights this evening as we get coming to the plate now, Rob Farr. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer to as a little bit of an ambush. 0-0 heater gets turned around.
Stepping in, A.J. Reed. The average in the early season not ready for him, hovering in the 220s.
Well, that's not a good look. No one likes getting picked off, but it's especially bad when it's your team's first hit. It's kind of deflating.
Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. Stepping in, Rob Farr. He reached on a single in his first try.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
In now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley, and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably. Well, the pitcher's got to respect that. Third baseman getting dirty right there, trying to save him some extra bases.
Hey, good one up there, huh?
Hard hit ball to short.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
And there's one down now. Now batting, Rob Farr. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful. Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting knocks and the batting averages are flowing right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, 2-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game open.
And that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, D-Roll, there's another base hit making it first and second. They're piling up the hits on the day, but so far not many runs to show for it.
Yeah, definitely a few knocks in the cupboard makes you feel good and the batting average goes up, but that doesn't help you win ball games. Somebody's got to come up with a nice AB with runners in scoring position.
One there. On to first. It's a double play. And a 17-2 in tonight's game. The Tribe posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win.
4 hours and 9 minutes.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League. At the plate, Rob Farr. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And the run will score as the Tigers are off to a 1-0 lead.
Hey, this team's been in a pretty bad funk, D-Roll. They've had a difficult time scoring and winning any game, so to strike early, that RBI single right there is awfully big.
Yeah, and hopefully the pitcher's able to breathe a sigh of relief, Dan, like you say all the time. Give me some early runs and let me relax and attack the zone.
I've always said, D-Roll, you score me 6 runs, I'm going to win a lot of games.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
The second baseman.
Now at the plate, number 19. And the Tigers trying to make this first inning even bigger here. High in the air out towards shallow right. Luplow in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. The next batter, Jamer Candelario.
The first baseman, Jamer Candelario.
Payoff pitch on its way. He struck him out, and it could have been worse. The inning over with just the 1. Digging in to try it again. Rob Farr, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Center fielder on the run. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So 2 men are on with 1 man out. And striding into the plate next will be Teoscar Hernandez. And a ground ball to third. A step on the back. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
I said throw.
Coming to the plate now, Rob Farr. A hit in 2 tries so far. Into the corner and slicing foul. Drilled down the line, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. At the plate, Rob Farr. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta fight.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no doubt home run. So a 2-run shot to left center. First home run of the campaign for him. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Rob Farr. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around, and it got out of here in a hurry.
Nice rip, kid. There you go.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. The throw is wild, and it gets away.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, were you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D-Roll. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even notice where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out swinging the bat.
Popped him up. Under it, Jeanette, and there are 2 away now. Digging in now, number 19. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. The 0-2 home. Hit softly on the ground to third. He's got it, and that'll do it as Jeanette is at second base to record the force out.
Well, listen, there's no doubt they were pressing during that 7-game losing streak, but that's behind them now. Now they can play a little bit freer, which is the way this game is supposed to be played anyways.
I'm not worried about the strikeouts anymore. I used to.
A player is encouraged to get all he can of his given talents.
Didn't drop it.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League.
Let's play ball. 3. You're out. Ball 4. Take your base. Out. Out.
At the plate, Rob Farr. He too had 3 knocks in yesterday's win. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit back up the middle. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, D'Lo, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Swinging a soft liner to second for one.
Make the turn, find
on
the ball.
to first,
Make the
and they
turn.
get them both.
We don't get to see the glove.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Rob Farr.
Let's go.
Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive base hit.
Make the turn, make the turn, make the turn.
Boy, D'Lo, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Skied into very shallow right. Meadows is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Next to the plate for the Tigers, the DH, KJ Harrison.
The designated hitter, KJ.
The 3-1 pitch. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Up next for the Rays, Mike Zunino. He set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Mike Zunino.
Grounded to third. Scooped up. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Now to the plate, Rob Farr. He singled his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit the other way out toward right field. Meadows has it, and there's one away. Bottom of the 6th inning now. Settling in now, Mike Zunino. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first. Striding into the box, Rob Farr. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
5-2 the final score tonight. The Rays jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. We are under the lights this. Ready now, Rob Farr. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Ground ball foul down the left side.
Come on now, get your pitch up there, kid.
Hot shot down the line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. High chopper to third, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate. Turned on down the line, but this will wind up foul, still 0-2. Now the pitch. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. Gone to lead off the inning.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Next for the Tigers, Rob Farr. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Ripped down the line. A diving try at third, but this is by him. A fair ball. The throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. In order to go the Rob Farr will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Into center field, line drive base hit. And he'll scramble back to first safely.
Well, Dan, the sun goes down and this guy lights up right here. That's his 3rd knock of the night.
Talk about having a good night. 3 hits, and hey, he might have another at bat or 2 before this one ends.
Now at the plate, KJ Harrison. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Hey, let her rip right here.
Here comes the 0-1. Hit weakly back to the mound. There's one. Return throw is in time, and what do you know? They do get the double play. Digging in and looking for more, Rob Farr. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Ground ball left side. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dero, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Down the first baseline. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And he will apply the tag himself, and the inning is over. Left for Detroit. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Willie Adames, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. Smoke toward third. To second for one. On to first, and you can forget about the go-ahead run being on base. He's erased on the double play. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Brandon Lowe. He'll lead off the bottom of the ninth inning.
Number 8.
Grounded down the third baseline, and it's a base hit. So there you go. The potential winning run aboard to start off the home half of the ninth.
Leadoff base hit to start the...
So a big spot here, and stepping in, Rob Farr. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Swing and a line drive into left field, a base hit. Coming in to score is the third run of the frame, and they've really opened things up here in extra innings. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Stepping up now, KJ Harrison. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher.
Oh, and they've got him picked off. And they've got the runner hung up between first and second. And they'll tag him out.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
And tonight's final 7-3.
For the victorious Seawolves, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League. So striding forward now, Rob Farr, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Margot is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1. Digging in, Willie Adames.
Now batting, shortstop, Willie Adames.
Ready with the 0-1. This one's down to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Settled. Striding in, Rob Farr. And here's an at-bat you don't want to miss. The pop is something to see, so will have to be dealt with carefully here.
Hey, see it. Hey, drive it. Here we go. Hey, here we go, kid.
The pitch. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2.
Hey, this is an amazing inning right here. Attacking the zone, keeping his defense invested. Chance to get...
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 3 here in the early going, as the Tigers have made this a 1-1 ball game.
That's one to hit.
And with one swing of the bat, he shows you why he's dripping with tools. He's got the speed, he's got the power. You don't know how to attack this guy. You can't put him on base with a knock or a walk, or he'll just end up on second or third. And if you leave something...
Stepping into the box, Rob Farr, and we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't
and we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to... In now, Rob Farr.
Third baseman, Rob Farr.
First offering on its way. There's a drive out toward the gap in left center.
Dig hard,
and this will kick off the base of the wall. And this throw gets away from him.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
Ready once again, KJ Harrison, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Now the 0-2 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw gets him, 2 down. Into the box now, number 19, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Isaac Paredes.
And he missed with it there, ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third. The next batter, Jeimer Candelario, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. The set and the 1-1. Line to the right side. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another. Matthew Boyd gets the starting nod for the Tigers in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to watch a guy that's been struggling a little bit lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.40, so he's going to have to cut that down. Limit the amount of base runners, limit the amount.
And the third baseman is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Up next for Minnesota, Mitch Garver, the American League's Silver Slugger behind the plate a year ago. Grounded weakly toward third. He's got it. And that's the second out. Ready for another chance? Rob Farr comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one, high and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. So a solo shot down the line in left. 4th home run here in the early going, and the Tigers have cut this to a 2-1 ball game.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very...
So stepping in, Rob Farr. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. So a solo shot here to left center field, his second of the game, as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now. Well, one of the narratives of today's game has been driven by the long ball. We've seen these squads go deep a combined 5 times in this one.
Yeah, Matty B, you don't see this very often, D-Row, when it's cold and chilly like this. Wind blowing in a little bit, but we're still seeing a lot of home runs.
Yeah.
Into the box, Rob Farr.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat is second home run of the game.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gone right into the visitors' bullpen. So a solo shot here to left center field, his third home run of the ball game, and they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4.
Hey, I'm cutting into the lead, but my teammates ain't doing crap.
Well, you have a great night in hockey. You score 3 goals, and that's a hat trick. But how about hitting 3 home runs in one night? That's the baseball equivalent of a hat trick, and that's awfully hard to do. Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last.
8 runs on 17 hits. 3 errors. They left 14.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Nate Pearson is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Detroit. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, I'm really excited to watch this guy in this one. He strung together a solid season up to this point. ERA in the low 2s, and that's not an easy thing to do in this day and age of high-scoring games and home runs and teams filled with guys that can hit throughout the lineup. This is a really good pitcher. Hey, bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
Standing in, Rob Farr.
Third baseman, Rob Farr.
It's your pitch, right here.
Here's the first pitch to him. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Rosario is there. And that's the third out. 3 runs on. Ready for another shot now. Rob Farr, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Right now, here we go.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And the run is in to score from third.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
So runners at first and second here with 1 away, and that brings up the former American League MVP Josh Donaldson. Here he comes on a ball and 2. Popped him up. Number 19 has a play.
That's fine.
He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Striding in once again, Rob Farr earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Hot shot on the ground to short.
Come on, get here, get here, get here, get here.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. So coming to the plate, Rob Farr. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 7 runs, 13 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Rosario is there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Wow, what a week for these guys. Talk about firing on all cylinders. Winners of an amazing 7